Charlie Chaplin came about because when my daughter Olivia, who's playing the lead character in this movie, was 8 years old, she genuinely became obsessed with Charlie Chaplin. She would dress like him, but on an ongoing basis, which is really cute, and even wanted to have her birthday party in a Chaplin-like theme. And she asked us to paint the house, believe it or not, in different shades of gray because she wanted it to look like one of the films that she had seen, so a black and white film.
So I was the 8-year-old girl who was obsessed with Charlie Chaplin. I still am. So the obsession started one night when my parents turned on Modern Times. And at first I was like an 8-year-old who wants to watch a black and white silent film. That did not sound appealing. But the second Chaplin came on screen, it was almost like falling in love. I was so fascinated by this funny character. I had basically just never seen anything like it before, and for some reason it struck something inside of me, and I needed to dress like him every day. I needed to watch all of his movies. I wrote him letters to heaven. So although the main character in our movie isn't based on me, that aspect of it, which you guys will see, is inspired by me.
So I became fascinated by the genius of Charlie Chaplin, how almost 100 years later, his art was still able to inspire this young child. And so I wanted to create a story in which I can incorporate that sort of influence, that inspiration, but then how that will relate into a contemporary story. So Little Chaplin is a whimsical, poetic film about a young girl. She happens to be autistic, who's dealing with a lot of turmoil at home. And I wanted to explore how she would deal with that stress. What would be her sort of like coping mechanisms? So she ends up discovering Charlie Chaplin serendipitously. And so because of this newfound inspiration, her mind is open now. And she ends up meeting this wonderful character named Daz, who ends up teaching her how to stand up for herself, how to find her own voice. And she uses that to help save her family, essentially.
I'm really looking forward to producing this film for my dad because as a family, any quality time that we spend together is him constantly coming up with different story and script ideas, and some of them we want to develop eventually, but this Little Chaplin idea and script has been in development for 10 years. I just love the juxtaposition of the story between what's real and what's not, and how it all comes full circle in the end. And I really believe in this project, and that's why I was really pushing to make it this year instead of letting another year go by, because I just honestly really want to see my dad live out his creative vision, and with your help, we can make that possible. Ultimately, we've been talking about this project for so many years, and I've been ready every year to be in it, so now, the fact that it's actually happening, I cannot wait. So within the world of the film, we have many beautiful fantasy sequences, and those are going to require a lot of elaborate production design as well as costume. So your donation would just allow us to produce this script to its fullest potential.
I'm particularly excited with the caliber of talent that we're putting together behind the camera and in front of the camera. There's some wonderful veteran film and television actors that are attaching themselves to the project. I love that everyone involved so far is so passionate as I am, as my family is, about creating the most beautiful film that we can make. And I think we're going to be able to deliver that.
I just want to make my younger self and Charlie Chaplin proud. You're going to love this film, and we really want you to be part of it.
I hope that you will join us in being part of this amazing project. Your donations will go so far in helping us create what we feel is something very, very magical. Thank you, and see you at the movies.
Wow.